Ah. Hello everybody, and we're welcome to drawing night, I guess. We're just gonna be doing some doodling, I think. Just some doodling. Hello, Tin Top. Oh, is YouTube just not doing the good today? Oh, there it is. There it is. I was like, ah, the chat box is always like acting up. Not sure what to do about that. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it just doesn't appear. Who am I drawing? Don't you want to wait and see? What are you cooking? Hello, man. Oh, nothing really. Just doing some drawing. Do this, I think. We can get there. You're just here to vibe? Ah, very good, very good. Look, we love having a relaxing evening, or morning, I guess. I can never remember what time it is for everybody. It's the afternoon, but you woke up an hour ago. That's fine, right? That's fine. The way I think about it, everyone's got their own schedules that fit them, right? So no need to worry. Let's see here. Eto? Oh. Oh, why does it always do this? It turned off like the shuffle feature on the playlist. Oh well. Let's see here. There we go. That should be fine now. So we still got our musics to vibe to. True. Right, right. Look, we love being able to vibe to some to some music, right? I think that looks a little bit better. Usually I watch slop videos while working. Oh. Oh, you're doing the working right now? Hopefully I'm not too distracting. Or maybe that's what you want. I guess I don't know. I know some people like watch a lot of stuff just to distract themselves while they're working. So it doesn't get overwhelmed by your inner thoughts? Oh no. Well, hopefully we can help you relax, maybe even entertain you a bit. I don't think I'm the most entertaining person in the world. I just kinda bob about, you know? You're easily entertained. Ah, very good, very good. Glad that we can deliver. Should probably attempt to define this a little bit more. Just a little bit. It's like, okay. Probably should have just had a better, like, draft in mind, but you know, we're just gonna not worry about it, right? Not supposed to be the most intensive drawing around, right? We're just making a small little doodle. Fwangies a little bit. Tyson from the hit game Password coming to the Nintendo Switch. Terrible. Terrible cue. But hello, hello. Hope everyone's evenings and afternoons are going the well. Cause I'm doing alright, so kinda hope everyone else is doing okay. Sorry, I always have the eye off center a bit. this up a little bit. I feel like the head needs to be positioned somewhat differently. That's fine, we can tilt it and move it as needed a little bit. Just put this here for... Maybe something like that. Then maybe. Oh, hello, Shelky. Yeah, we're just doing a bit of drawing tonight. Let him punch you. Terrible. You think this man could punch you? That draws on a bright white canvas. I guess I just don't have eye problems. It just doesn't bother me. Like, sometimes I think I should set it to be like a really like a 5% black or something, just you know, for the audience. I did that for a bit, and then always just kind of forgot about it. But yeah, it just doesn't bother me. Are you a glasses lad? No. I'm actually the only one in my family that doesn't wear glasses. Like, I'm sure it'll happen someday. But that day is not today, so... I will continue to use my blinding, bright white canvas. No short-sightedness, nothing immune. What? I mean, granted, I haven't been to the eye doctor in several years, but the last time I went, they were just kind of like, wow, you have, like, great vision. There's, like, nothing wrong. And then I asked them why I had troubles reading words, and they just said, it's not an eyesight issue. And I'm like, damn. Birds have good eyesight. Oh no. Terrible, terrible. Falling into stereotypes. How dare I? Yeah, Night voice. The moon! You know, I was a bit surprised they actually left in, like, the battle cries like that, since those are typically removed in adaptation. They usually cite that they come off as too cringy or weird, or not realistic of characters to do, like shouting stuff like that. Which is why you don't really see that kind of stuff in the movies. Personally, I think that's half the fun, but that's just me. I guess that's the first thing to go when they're like, no, we have to write these characters as more realistic. They can't be shouting like anime characters. And I'm like, but why? Works it good for a game? I think it would work good for a movie as well. But they're cowards. There we go. Has a little sharp teeth. Oh, this is fine. Damn, I should probably define this hand, shouldn't I? That looks better, right? Song? Oh, this one? Yeah, it's from Northern Lights. Very angry boy. Yeah. I think I'll call this piece Orlando Go Down. So sorry about Northern Lights. Like, whatever. Like. If there's one thing I've like learned, it's that like from the YouTube channel, it's that don't expect any of these games to actually finish. And that's not to say anything bad about like the creators or anything, just these are like small passion projects. They got no studio backing. Or like large scale producers and things. Ben, not you. You know, you just gotta be okay when like the things get canceled. Like, I don't want any of these to get canceled, but it is just like a realistic lens to have, right? Oh, yeah, I'm totally glad that they went and, like, made the go at it, though. And I don't think it is, like, a bad thing if someone does, like, cancel their project. Like, there's no shame in that. Or if just, like, things go wrong, right? Sometimes life gets in the way. Yeah. I mean, I expected Northern Lights to get, like, put on permanent hiatus, like, months prior, but that's just me. Hmm. What do you think of this draft, guys? What do you think? What I need an eraser that big. This will probably take a minute to ink this all up. But it'll be probably not the fanciest ink work I'll do. This was supposed to be a quickie drawing. Not one that I put a lot of time into. Just kind of realized I hadn't posted artwork in a while. I was like, oh, I should probably do that. I should probably make something and post it. For some reason, people consider me an artist or something, so gotta gotta put out some of that every once in a while, right? Probably made those too big. Specifically these ones. Kinda always do though. Always my mistake. for later. There we go. And there we go. Oh, just give me one moment. Need to okay. Wait, where's my drink? There it is. I left it on the floor. Sometimes I just leave my thermos on the floor, so you all don't hear when I, like, bang it on the table and things. Get the give you the ASMR? No, you can't be trusted with it. Do you think I'm trusting you guys with ASMR? I don't think so. You gotta earn that. What am I drinking? I am drinking some cranberry juice. A relative had too much of it after the holidays, and they gave me a couple gallons of it. Not usually the thing I would be drinking, but eh. Whisper sweet nothings into your ear at 3 a.m. Oh my god. Oh my god. Terrible, terrible, the lot of you. Yeah, let's try to do that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hello, Ty. Hope all is the well. Happy New Year. That's true. We are in the year of our Lord, 2025. Very exciting. Oh, hello, Alex. All right, see ya, Alex. Thanks for hanging around. It's always appreciated. Let's see here. Yeah, see ya, Alex. Anyone got any hopes? Anything you're looking forward to this year? I don't know what's coming out this year. I've been pretty out of the news cycle for a bit. I'm like, oh, hello, Kopika. I don't know what movies are coming out this year, what television shows. Are there any games people are excited for? No idea, no idea. It's 2025, the year we get big hot boyfriends. Oh my god. Am I getting there, guys? I don't think I'm getting there. Me and the dating life? I don't know about that one, Chief. Avatar 3 will premiere? Christ. You know, okay. I've never felt... I think I mentioned this in my Discord a little while back. I've never felt more trapped in a movie theater than I did watching Avatar 2: Way of Water. Granted, it was not my idea to watch that movie. It was it was like the last thing, like, the college friend group did together before, like, we graduated and never saw each other again. But that movie, I felt like the movie itself was holding me hostage. Scenes went on for so long, and plot points went on for so long, and then they had an hour-long action climax, and I was dead in the chair, like... And that action scene just kept going. And not like in a Resident Evil way where you're excited and happy the whole time because it is just, you're watching the funnest characters going up against the wildest of times. No, I'm sitting there going, I don't remember anyone's names. You're sitting there with a white man with blue body going like a family, and his family going my family, against a white man, military man going, I already lost my family. I have nothing to lose. America. And I'm like, we're sitting here for an hour, guys. We're sitting here for an hour, and nothing has changed. We just keep parkouring around this same stupid shit for an hour. Should have stopped at the first movie. We're gonna have like 20 films, right? Like, we're gonna have to cycle through multiple actors like for these movies. Oh no. Cinema? No. My family, right? Look. I get it. It's an easy theme to write in. Everyone finds it relatable. I get it. I understand. No worries. You don't have to make it that boring. Like, you can do this in other ways. You can... Come on. The kid's age stayed consistent? What? Amazing. But are the aliens even hot? I don't know, man. Care about family like Tyson cares for his brother. He cares about his brother so much. Look, it's fine. It is indeed the fine. At least in my opinion. Have I seen the deleted scene where the MC goes to Pandora? Bitch, I never even watched the first movie. Like, I don't know anything about the Avatar franchise. That was just... We were graduating, and they were like, hey, this is out this summer. We should watch it together. While, like, we know that we're all still in town. And I was like, yeah, God. I think I was like, could we watch literally anything else? And they were like, but like half of them were really excited. So, you gotta watch the first one. I really don't. We really do. No. Man, there were people that I went with that had the audacity to be like, are you sure you'll be okay watching the movie? Like, do we need to explain the lore? Like, that's what their concern was. That I wouldn't be able to keep up with the engrossing narrative of Avatar. And I'm like, bruh, it's not that hard. Do I need to know the backstory of military villain? No, because he's an angry military villain connected to the main character. That's all I need to know. I literally don't need to know anything else. So it's just like, nah, I don't care. It's easy enough to follow. Cool, we're farming whales for their blubber, I guess. Whatever. The water tribe. Not that water tribe from Avatar, the other water tribe from Avatar. Sometimes we have to specify. Sometimes we need to be a little bit more specific. Just a little bit, though. Not too much. Not too much. We don't want to lose people. We love Avatar Water Tribe. Oh my god. Sometimes I'm like, should I rewatch the Avatar cartoon? And then I sit there and go, no. I just don't care. I probably remember it well enough. It's fine. I feel like if I did boot up a random episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender, it would be like... what's it called? It would be the Season 3 episode, The Beach. Because I still think that episode single-handedly ruined Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I don't want to watch it ever again. Granted, it's also the best episode. I'll die on that hill. People may be talking about how, like, cinematic the finale is, how emotionally engrossing certain episodes are, and I'm like, nah, the episode The Beach is easily the best part of the show. Why? Because it's funny to see the villain team hang out on a beach and have a beach day. Fucking lit. It's the best episode. It was definitely the most on the nose tell don't show part of the show. Yeah. Then again, people say that I'm just really harsh on that show for, like, no reason, and my response is, it ruined children's television shows moving forward forever. I can't be hard enough on the show. You need sleep, and I'm full of chicken. I should get some chicken. Do I want to make some chicken? I got a bag of, like, frozen fried chicken. Damn, what did it do? Oh, it made it to where, like, a children's comedy can't just be a children's comedy. It needs to have lore and an ongoing story, even to the detriment of the show itself. And I think very few children's shows in the 2010s were able to actually hold that and do it well, you know. I think Amphibia does it quite well. I think... does Gravity Falls do it well? Or does Gravity Falls just have a couple good episodes that I like? We'll put a pin in that one. We'll just put a pin right there. We'll put a pin there. Because, like, talking about Gravity Falls is complicated, right? So, because everyone always has, like, opinions derogatory on that show. So let's put that aside. I didn't like Regular Show. I didn't like Adventure Time. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm really not. I think Steven Universe is a hot mess. I didn't like the Owl House. We're having all the hottest takes tonight. Hilariously, I think Tangled has the opposite issue, where its comedy episode adventures are really bad. And then its plot-based episodes and its lore are the good episodes, because they just feel like better paced and there are things happening in those episodes. Unlike the comedy episodes, where you sit there for like 15 minutes of an episode where nothing happens and you get 5 minutes of comedy at the end. And you're like, what was the point? What was the point of this? What are we doing? You know, for all 2 people that watch the Tangled TV series, That seems like too many. All negative 10 people that watch the Tangled TV series. That sounds better. That sounds about right. Those are the shows I can name off the top of my head. I think nobody watched The Ghost and Molly McGee. Like, nobody watched that show, right? I mean, I literally watched, like, the first 2 episodes and then the last episode. So... And I didn't know that show had, like, 4 seasons. I was like, what? Like, okay. Is what it is. It did some things to you when you heard that? Oh my god. Now The Ghost and Molly McGee had negative 10 viewers. Okay, but like it had more episodes than The Owl House. So like, who was watching it? Look at they're like that's what baffles me is The Ghost and Molly McGee has episodes and multiple seasons. Somebody was watching that show, and I assume it was the actual target demographic. Right? Like, that must have been it, right? So I assume, like, in... What do you think? 5, 10 years? How long until we start seeing video essays about how The Ghost and Molly McGee is an underrated show by the generation that grew up with it? Right? How long do we have to wait? I always love seeing those thumbnails of like X is underrated, and I just kind of have to think about it for a second. I'm like, oh, you grew up with this, and so you care about it. It's part of your personality. The Ghost of what? The Ghost and Molly McGee. Did anyone watch the 2003 TMNT show? That show had like 6 seasons, didn't it? I feel like calling anything a part of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles underrated is like, what do you mean? These always print money. It always has high TV ratings. You can't call it underrated. I remember listening to someone go like, oh, Rise of TMNT is underrated. I'm like, bitch. You can look at the sales figures. It did fine. Everyone was watching it. Sure, I may have turned it off because I was like, oh, I kind of hate this. Aside from the design for Raph, aside from the Raph design, it's fine. Make a video talking about how Moriyanatsu is underrated? No. I don't know if I would consider that game underrated. It has so many, like, dedicated fans of things, like... That show does not exist. Okay, but, like... Unironically, that show has, like, a better ending than most cartoons these days. Like, I kind of thought the ending of The Ghost and Molly McGee was, like, better than most shows from last decade. I was like, oh no. One, I kind of felt bad for not watching the whole show and just skipping straight to the end. Because I had just heard that, like, it had an ending. And not, like, just, like, another comedy episode, like, just the final episode. No, it has, like, an ending. And so I needed to watch it because I was curious. And I was like, damn. That's more thematic and well-meaning and so sincere compared to, like, what other shows were doing. Like, okay. I'm sure the people that watched this show over 3 years really enjoyed this. It's not, I wouldn't call it, like, my favorite finale. I think my favorite finale of any television show ever is still Batman Brave and the Bold. An obvious pick for sure. We were all thinking it. Deep in our Kokoro. Morganatsu didn't even finish every route. Damn. It's true. My tiger. My precious Toriko. Every idiot online calls everything underrated. Yeah, I struggle to call anything truly underrated. I feel like I would have to find something that like a television show that had one season, and even then I wouldn't call it underrated, right? Because I feel like if I said Motor City as a television show was underrated, everyone who has seen that show goes, it's incredible. And even anyone that watches a random episode of it goes like, Jesus Christ, this aired on Disney Channel? But like everyone talks it up. So I wouldn't call that underrated, because everyone that does know about it is just like, yeah, it's incredible. Moving on, because like, what else do you say about it? Sure, it got canceled, and like that kind of sucked, but whatever, we got it. Like, the show still existed, and like people liked it at the time, and still do talk about its praises. Like, also, was that an odd era of the Disney Channel where they greenlit Motor City and Tron Uprising at like the same time? They aired in the same hour-long block, and both like just could not get TV ratings to save their life. Granted, Tron Uprising was getting canceled no matter what, but that's like a whole other thing. There was no timeline in which that show wasn't getting canceled. Not that anyone like really cares. I think most people were just happy to have a television show for that franchise. Tron Uprising hurt your eyes? Damn. Personally, I think that show has some of the most impeccable art design I've seen on television. But having just stark blacks to bright neon colors, it is a choice. But there's also no getting around that with that franchise, is it? It's very unfortunate. I also think that show came out, like, too early. I feel like if that show came out, like, 3 years later, it would have been fine. But I also think having a full, story-driven children's show in a lore-dense setting was not it in 2011. That was not it. Granted, that show couldn't have been greenlit in any other time anyway, but it is what it is. Man, now that was pain watching that show as it was airing. Because like most children's action television shows, they like aired it at like 7 p.m., which is reasonable, right? Like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Kids are still up. Whatever. For some ungodly reason, when they reached like episode 10, somewhere around there, they just said, fuck it. We've already canceled the show. And so they moved new episodes to 1 a.m. on Mondays. Like on Monday mornings, right? So you would just have to stay up on Sunday nights to 1 a.m. going into Monday to watch that show. And I'm like, why? I mean, I did it, but like... but also, why? I don't think I've ever seen a show just, like, so clearly the network did not care about it. Oh boy, 1 a.m. time for Tron. Like, that sounds awful, right? It was very much this moment of, Disney doesn't want people to watch this show. Naruhodo. It is very good. It was a very Disney thing to happen and a very Disney thing to do at the time. It was certainly something. But it's fine, right? That's what we tell ourselves. Granted, I do think that show just looks incredibly dated now. Now that we're 15 years after the fact, it's like, damn. That director went so over budget to try to make the show as cutting edge at the time as possible. And, like, it's a really cool time capsule of, like, what you could do in that era. But I think any general audience member is just gonna go, like, why do they look like that? Because legitimately, I've only ever seen art students like that show. Like either art students or like creative writing like people. It's like those are the only two demographics I've ever seen like that show. It's not surprised, right? Any general like audience member usually just goes like, what the fuck is this show? Why does it look like this? Why do the characters act this way? What is happening? I'm dropping this. Which is not unreasonable. That is not an unreasonable reaction to have, by the way. Look, that was just we learned a lot from the years of like 2010 to 2012 in children's television, and that is you just cannot give free creative control to teams anymore. Because they were like, carte blanche, you can do whatever you want on this show. And every show from that era on like Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and Nickelodeon all failed. Most people don't remember Tron Uprising. Most people don't remember Symbiotic Titan. Unless you had Star Wars or Ben 10 in the name, you weren't living if you were an action show at the time, right? Most people don't remember Generator Rex. It wasn't a good show. I know people really like Generator Rex, and I just went, this seems overcooked. It's like, I think they forgot to make like an endearing cast when making this show. It's like, oh no, we instead just had a cast of characters that structurally work really well together and fill in your archetypes as needed. And no one cared about them. I don't know most of these shows. Look, I'm weird, and I pay attention to that kind of stuff. Yeah. Forget to add the likable one. They did have, like, the good boy best friend without powers, and he was, like, one of the more likable characters, but I have described his whole character in that statement, right? Didn't have cable back then. That's what the internet was for. The blonde guy? Yeah, the blonde guy. And then they were like, throw in a talking monkey. And I'm like, okay, sure. Serving real detective chimp energy, but like, oh well. Why the characters' heads look like Tic Tacs? As I said, most people are gonna look at it and go, why does it look like that? Thinks Rex is so dreamy. Rex? Not the monkey. I thought Rex was kind of boring, not gonna lie, as a character. That's the caveat, right? Like, I was kind of like, huh, he's not nearly as endearing as like Ben was, you know, because it was made by a lot of the same people that made Ben 10. You know, it was a big advertising push of just like, this is by most of this, it's by Man of Action. I didn't devolve into furry back then. Was I the degenerate that was always there? Okay. Personally, I blame how much DC comics I read back when I was the young. Because, like, damn, why does DC Comics have so many anthro characters? It is wild. And then you look over at Marvel, and they have, like, 0. And I'm like, damn. Oh, well. All those gorillas. We have so many gorillas at DC Comics. Wonder Woman is friends with a bunch of gorillas. She goes drinking with them on occasion. All over now. There are comics where she just meets up with her, like, Gorilla City friends. They hang out. And I'm like, okay. Like, sure. Good for her. Like, actually, though. I need to catch up with the current run of Wonder Woman. Everyone hates it. So I'm like, why? I read the first 3 issues of the current Wonder Woman run when it first started last year, and I honestly thought it was beautiful. But even from issue 1, people were like, I fucking hate this writer. They're ruining the Wonder Woman book. Like, they ruin every book. And I'm like, is it poorly written? Or do people just hate Tom King that much? I do love this intense split with the writing of Tom King over at DC Comics, because his work is critically acclaimed, beloved in-house at DC Comics by critics, by, like, other writers. Like, the accolades for this man are insane, and general audiences hate him. They hate him so much. They're like, why does his books always get reviewed so well? It's always funny to see, because it's like every time. Like, actually every time. I like his work, I'll be honest with you. I know a lot, you know, like I just said, most like, just general audiences really hate Tom King's work, and I'm like, kind of like it. Now, it's artsy fartsy, like, that's for certain. Like, this is a man that, like, when he writes, everything has to be a metaphor for something. Like, everything. Like, his page layouts are always really weird. Like, everything is some form of, like, mental illness. Of, like, oh, we have to work through, like, our thingy things. And that's just how he writes. And people kind of hate it. And I totally I totally get it. I totally know why. because he pushes it so far that the characters stop acting like characters, and more like thematic mouthpieces. And like, I get it. I get that people aren't into that. But calling it bad's a bit of a stretch, I think. Like, I think he does what he does very well. And that was something I liked about the first few issues of his Wonder Woman series that I read. Just like, ooh, we're going with this topic for the series. Brave. Like... very, very brave to do in a Wonder Woman comic. And also today. Because that book is very political. Like, issue 1 of that series starts with a bunch of Amazons getting deported from America. And you're like, oh, damn, we are... we are on the go with this one. So I do want to go back to that eventually, like... because it was just doing some really neat things. That and how they characterized Diana in that first issue, like, kind of breathtaking. Because most of that issue wasn't from Diana's perspective, so when she showed up and, like, was Wonder Woman, it was kind of... what's a good word for this? Like, almost majestic in a way. Mythological, some might say. Like, it really elevated, like, how you were meant to, like, see her. When she shows up and takes on a tank, like, shows up to fight, like, the US military, but tries to use words first. And she, like, sits there and just talks to the military for, like, a bit. Which personally is, like, mythological. Damn, you really are an art kid. I went... I was an art student in college, okay? Like... it's like I was an art student. I took a bunch of, like, some writing courses for, like, that kind of, like, creative writing. I took some, like, sociology and stuff, like a bunch of humanities courses that go into that stuff. So it's like, yeah, I was an artsy kid. Not a theater kid, though. I'm not one of those degenerates. Even though everyone thought that I was a theater kid, like, what the fuck, guys? What the fuck? You're just gonna do me dirty like that and just assume that I was a theater kid? Terrible, terrible. Yeah. There we go. Granted, I think there's a lot of books right now that are weirdly political. You see that every once in a while in superhero comics where they like to comment on things politically. Like, damn, the new Ultimates comic? Insane. Like, actually insane. Just as nature intended. Damn. Darian gives off more theater kid vibes. Yeah, Darian never really decided what kind of, like... What's a good way of phrasing this? Like, student archetype he wanted to be. Because he never really went hard into anything. It's a little bit... Well, this is just a blockier drawing, isn't it? That I normally do. Yeah, that's probably fine, right? Yeah, it's probably fine. Let's see here. Jack of all trades, master of none. Would we call him a jack of all trades? Like, this is a man that has to try so much harder to do anything. His words, not mine. Trier of all trades. Definitely do be this way. Yeah, He doesn't master gravity or stability. Damn. Just drag this man, why don't you? It's true, though. Just a little bit of a stretch. Just a bit of a stretchy stretch. What are we? I think we're just doing this. I'll just put this here. Yeah, this is just going okay, I think. It's not my best draft in the world, that's for certain. It's kind of like, it's okay. It's here, I guess. Here, let me do it this way. Now I can... Well, just do it this way. Is there a new verse? I don't know, man. I don't go outside. Like, what's a virus? As long as you never go outside, you never have to deal with shit like that. Like big brain play. There we go. Not another pandemic. It's fine. Just stay inside for a week. Yeah, if we get another lockdown, we'll get more, like, furry VNs out of it, right? Maybe some will come out of hiatus. Yeah, see? Aw, sorry to hear that, Ty. Another sequel to the Echoverse? Oh, by the way, since we were dragging Darian earlier, he unironically says squeakquel on occasion. Just so that you, just so you all have that information in your mind forever now. It's, you know, he's a cringy lad. It's just, he's a cringy lad. We love the squeakquel. He really does deserve the bullying you give him. Oh my god. Look, it's probably it was definitely for the best that that he ended up leaving the channel and such. We'll have the memories with him. So no more full dark, no stars Riverdale podcast anymore. I'm sure you all will miss it dearly. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. And when he lurks, oh my god, he's such a lurker. Because he's like, oh, people might make fun of me, or oh, what if I say something embarrassing? He's that kind of person. It's definitely the reason why he would get so anxious about recording. But hey, he sometimes shows up in in my Patreon Discord and plays Marvel Rivals with me. So I guess if you are interested in seeing him on occasion, that's an option. Man, he's bad at that game. Part of it's not his fault, he plays on controller, but still. We can still blame him. You really paywalled Darian on us? Yeah, of course I did. Even then, he barely shows up on there, so... How much per month? Oh, terrible, terrible. You know, just don't harass him too much. It was the reason why he left the Discord for a while and didn't interact with anybody. There was a pretty lengthy block of time where that happened. know, he is baby, so you kind of can't treat him like that. Wait, what? Oh, don't worry about it, Selkie. I'll tell you some other time. Let him use the F slur to defend himself against the mean the gay men. He would never. He's too much of a... He's actually too cowardly to defend himself in conversation. He will just let someone, like, tramp all over him. Let's see here. Why is he such a bottom? Because he is a bot? But I guess I should say, like, any amount, like, any donation amount on the Patreon gets you access to the Patreon Discord. Usual disclaimers, it is 18+. If you're not above the age of 18, I reserve right to ban you forever. That kind of shit. I guess if you want to watch shitty cartoons with me on occasion, I do that on the Discord. And you get to watch me sometimes do the drawing on stuff I don't post on socials. You will learn so much about comics and anime. Oh my god. Look, I used to write a bunch of papers in college about, like, the history of comics and comic book storytelling. Like, okay, I know a lot about it. You're always at work or too tired. Sorry, Ivan. I know I'm on my Discord at weird times. There we go. Hand is done. Oof. It's like whatever. I don't think anyone should feel bad for not being able to show up when I'm being stupid in my own Patreon Discord. What was it yesterday? I was streaming. What's that show? Dan Versus. A show that nobody watched or cares about. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's pretty funny. Experience, truly. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one, Sulky. was a time when we could get cartoons like that still. The brave world of 2010. It was entertaining seeing the boy failure himself. I think that show is really funny, but that's just me. Sure, has it aged very poorly? Yes. It is a cynical comedy from 2020. I mean, not from 2010, sorry. So it is like, Your only exposure is through not safe for work fan art? Oh my god. You would not believe how often I hear that. Even from straight people, I'll hear it on occasion. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like, Elise is there. It's always the niche shows a little bit. I don't know if I would recommend going back to that show because it is, like, really abrasive. I know that that is, like, not something we care about today as much. Like Rimba Racer! We love Rimba Racer in this household. You do not understand the Rimba Racer. I do feel like if I didn't have the watch experience I did with Rimba Racer, like, would I still like it? Like, I think about that on occasion. Cause, you know, you live in Burgerland, right? Like, I live in Burgerland anyway. So that show was not available on anything, over here in the West. So, there were hoops we had to jump through to be able to watch Rimba Racer here for a bit. And, you know, it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. Because, like, we couldn't watch it for a while because it wasn't on any streaming service. And when it did finally pop up on a streaming service, it was region locked to Malaysia. And I remember just being in a 4chan thread, and someone was like, here, I've made, like, a stream to stream this to you guys, because, like, they lived there, I guess. And so, like, a bunch of us in the Rimba Racer thread all watched it together. And it was a fun hangout. Like... Yeah, this is gonna be a time. I did not think about this. I don't have any lips tool in this program. I think I always knew this was gonna look like ass, but, like, it's fine. Oh. A cool C, a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's shaved down. Etototo. Okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like shit, but that's fine. That's fine. I think people will just understand. This banana. Yeah, where are we? Grabbing this. There we go. I'll just start here. I think I'll use this size brush. That is way too big of an eraser, but that is fine. That's fine. We'll just make it work. It'll look a little like ass. It's fine. That never really looks good in this program. Like when you do like that. Like I'm not trying to make a masterpiece tonight. This is just a whatever. If I wanted this to like look a lot better, I would like do it in 2 streams instead of 1, and like probably prepare the moon and then like a different program, and then like slot it into this. Like that's what I probably would have done. But I'm just kind of making a less thought out piece because I'm just like, I'm kind of lazy. I'm kind of lazy tonight, you know? I don't want this to be some like 6-hour escapade. It's bad enough it's gonna be like a 2.5-hour long escapade. Let's see here. Yeah, we're just doing this kind of quick, so it's not gonna be the best ink job in the world. Yeah, I feel like I would have just like made the moon an Illustrator or something, and then just like ported it into here. But we are not doing that tonight. I am way too lazy tonight for that. To look maxing? What the fuck is look maxing? What? Oh, I forgot to make claws on this one, didn't I? Whoops. Let me... very quickly. Alright, see ya, Vin. There we go. There we go. I don't know. Like, finish this line. Okay. I guess I do be that way sometimes. Where I just kind of forget. Toto. Okay. I think we're getting there. I'll be able to touch this up in a moment. Oh, excuse me. I was doing a stretch. Well, I've been sitting at this computer for 2 hours, like... It's the tiring, you know. Do some bird wiggles? No. You all don't get that. No. Oh, fuck it. Let's do this the hard way. Because I don't feel like doing selection tool shenanigans. Coloring book. God, terrible. Yeah. Sorry, my thing is slipping off of its little stand. Because I do have... I don't know, I use a thing to prop up my drawing tablet so that it's at an angle. Because that is a good thing to do. Oh, whoops. Forgot the ear. Let us grab this real quick. That's not the right brush. There we go. Then we will... Living the werewolf furry dream, maybe? Alright, this should be on top. What am I doing? I'll be able to just selection this, make it better later. In a minute. It's fine. This is just for the border for now. There we go. We trust the process. At least someone does. I don't. That'll need some editing work in a bit. With that border. But that can wait a second. Do that, then we can that needs to be just a smaller brush. And go. It's a really cool piece, is it? I hope it turns out okay. Just give me one moment. Would it unironically be easier to just... The soothing music is lulling you. Oh. Can't have that now. Give me a minute. I'm going to be a little bit lazy. Do this real quick. This is just for selection tool purposes. This ended up taking a lot longer because I'm doing this just really poorly, but that's fine. It's funnier this way, right? Like, I should have just filled this in a lot earlier, and I didn't, so now I have to do it in a really jank way. Don't... Huh, weird. Why is that not... Whatever, we can just fill that in pretty easily. Then we will just merge all of this so we can move it around. Then we can just change the canvas accordingly. Oh, that is too small. Eh? Wait a minute. Not hit. the right button. There we go. There we go. What do you guys think? Oh, this probably needs to be fixed up a little bit. Just a couple of places that they didn't fill in correctly, but that's fine. Easy, quick touch up. Little guy. Oh. Let's see here. But alright, everyone. I'm gonna go and get some food. Just to get some food. So I think that will be... Love the trademark Josh Tank Talk. Now you stop that. You stop that. It's fine. No one notices that shit. But yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed. And I'll be wrapping up. So I'll see you guys around. Have a good night, everybody.